Hello, 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 all. Welcome to or welcome on back to Rise and Inspire LA with your girl Naraya Ahava, and I hope you all are doing fabulously today. So, in today's video, we're going to explore the transformative process of outgrowing certain connections and why it's kind of a natural and a positive part of our journey towards becoming our best self, right? It's a tragedy if you stay the exact same way that you've been and there's no evolution, there's no growth. So, let's jump right on into this empowering discussion, right? And outgrowing people, it's not about judgment. It's all about growth. As we evolve and as we pursue our highest self, our best self, our dreams, whatever path we feel is best for us, we may find that some relationships just no longer align with our values or our goals or the direction that we're headed in, and that's okay. And for some people, that can come with the feeling of guilt. You know, almost like if you feel like you're leaving certain people behind, or there may be people that's almost try to guilt trip you for outgrowing, and there's nothing wrong with that. And don't let anyone make you feel bad for making a decision for yourself and saying, this is what's best for me, for, whatever the reason is that you and this particular connection or this person is no longer serving you. But change is constant. It's the one thing in life that is constant, and embracing that is an essential part of your personal growth. If you fight against change and if you fight for things to stay the same, you're going to be miserable and you're going to lose on the end. Why? Because one of the few things in life that is constant is change. And outgrowing people doesn't mean that you're just dismissing the importance of the past or whatever connection you have with this person, but it's simply acknowledging that we are on different paths now. And that's okay. And, in some cases, there may be some type of a connection left. In other cases, it may not be. You really have to do what's best for you. And outgrowing people often involves removing toxic dynamics. As we grow, we definitely become more attuned to what nurtures our well-being and what detracts from it. I just told my really close friend, pretty much my BFF at this point, over the past month or so that I have kind of not had communication with a certain person from my past, I feel so peaceful. And there's no hard feelings, towards this person. If I do hear from them, maybe talk here and there. But once upon a time when I was in constant daily or weekly communication with this person, the dynamic was just causing me anxiety and frustration and stress. And it's like when you remove things that in your gut, in your heart of hearts, this isn't sitting right with me. There's something about this dynamic or this relationship or this person that's causing me some type of distress, and you feel it in your being, and don't ignore that. And you have to understand and recognize that, is this adding to my peace? Is this nurturing my well-being? Is this nurturing the person that I am now and the version of myself I'm trying to get to? Or is this taking from me? Is this disturbing my peace? And in this situation with this particular person, for me, this person disturbed my peace. It was like things would be good if we would reconnect. It would be okay for a day or two, but then it was just toxic patterns, and there were just things within the connection that just it was not working. And it's just almost like a weight can be lifted off your shoulders when you recognize that there is toxicity in this dynamic, and I'm better off for my mental, my spiritual, my emotional health to just remove it. And sometimes you have to do that, and don't be afraid to do what is best for you. And letting go of toxic relationships is an act of self-love and definitely self-preservation. Do what is best for you. Don't worry about how other people may feel about it. Don't worry about is this going to hurt the other person's feelings? You cannot pour from an empty cup. We mention that all the time on the channel. You cannot give what you don't have. So you have to give and do what's best for you so that you can love on those people that are around you. You can't be good to anyone else unless you're good to you first. And before we move on to the next point, if you enjoy this type of content, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification so that you will never miss an upload. Okay, and moving right along the line of why it's okay to outgrow certain people is We outgrow people because sometimes we just outgrow perspectives, life experiences, education, and just personal development, and can lead us to see the world in new ways. It can lead us to see relationships in a new way, can lead us to see situations in a new light. And embracing your diverse perspectives can become essential for your continued growth. Letting go of the past, it is a courageous act. And as we outgrow people, dynamic situations, it's crucial that you release any lingering attachments to the way that things used to be. Because mind you, the only thing in life that is constant is what is change. So you have to let go of the wishing or the reminiscing of how something used to be, because then you're going to stay stuck in the past and you're not going to be able to move forward, or you're going to still have some type of emotional or energetic attachment to the way things used to be. Don't do that to yourself. You have to let go of that. And when you do that, it creates a space for new opportunities and new connections. And the Most High will bring connections and people that are in line with your being and who you are now and where you're going. But you have to release the things that are not meant for you, the things that you are no longer aligned with. It could be a part of your past. That doesn't mean it has to be a part of your present or your future. And you have to really be in tune with yourself to recognize and understand when it's time to let something go or let a person go. And prioritizing your self-growth is a commitment to your own personal development. Outgrowing people is a testament to your dedication to becoming the best version of yourself. It's a journey of self-discovery and authenticity. And you have to be authentic to who you are as you evolve and as you change and as you move through different seasons of life. You're not going to be the exact same person that you were 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. I know for a fact I'm not the same person I was a year ago. And it's a beautiful transformation, but you really have to get in tune and mindful of your own things and your own patterns and where you need to shift and where you need to grow. And maybe you need to stop hanging out with certain people more. Maybe you need to be around a different type of people. You have to be really in tune with yourself. And outgrowing people, it often involves setting healthy boundaries. A lot of times we fall short because we're afraid to enforce boundaries because we're worried about how it's going to make the other person feel. Again, we have to do what is best for us. We cannot sacrifice our mental or emotional health because we're worried about how someone else is going to feel about it. You have to set those boundaries, and you have to recognize when a relationship has served its purpose and acknowledging that it's okay to create distance to protect our well-being. Every situation is different. It's something that you'll have to determine case by case based on your life and your circumstances, because it's not always necessary to cut a person off and never speak to them again. But sometimes you got to love people from a distance for your own mental health and for your own well-being, because you can't let your fear of how someone's going to perceive this or take this override what you know is what's best for you and where you are at and where you are headed. So in conclusion, outgrowing people is just a natural and it's an empowering part of your journey. And by embracing change and recognizing when there are toxic dynamics and embracing new perspectives and seeking authentic connections to who you authentically are as you shift and you grow and you change and you prioritize your self-growth and you set those healthy boundaries, we can create a space for a more fulfilling and an authentic life. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and once again, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification. And if you know someone that's going through a challenging season where maybe they're finding it hard to let go of a connection from the past or a relationship or a dynamic or a friendship or anything like that, please share this content with them in hopes that it helps. So until next time, and in the meantime, stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed, stay enforcing those healthy boundaries, and do not be afraid to outgrow people and things that no longer serve you.